Hi guys, this is Cobra Tom. I am going to be doing this just a tiny bit out of order. I apologize. A bit of a mistake on my part. I had planned on doing the 25th anniversary Snow Serpent, and at the moment I could not find its accessories. So I decided that, well, the only accessory I could find was his AKA 47. But I decided that I will do a figure that I actually do have all the parts for. And that is the Cobra Undertow. Now, originally, this figure was a 1990 Iron Grenadier figure. There is some, I shouldn't say maybe debate, but there is some questions, at least in the cartoons, as to the Undertows, if they're in Cobra or the Iron Grenadier, because on the file card, they're Iron Grenadier. They're his Frogmen. But in the cartoon, there is no Iron Grenadier. They're all Cobra. They're driving Cobra piranhas, I believe they're called. So there's some mild debate, at least in part of what side these guys are actually on. But in this case, he is a Cobra. And this Cobra Undertow is from the 2000 I think, Real American Hero G.I. Joe. Here, let me zoom out. Special Edition Special Collectors Edition. And it's Real American Hero. And this is a 2-pack. He came with Firefly and a nice file card, and I will show you more in just a minute. But I will show this. Here is his mate, Firefly, which you can see has an actually kind of, not like an exact, but they have similar heads. They've got the masks over, the Cobra symbols on their head, stuff like that. So, but I don't actually, technically, I don't think Firefly was really ever a Cobra. He was more of a mercenary than a elite or a loyalist to Cobra Commander or anything. But enough about him. I'm going to zoom in. This figure is an exact and direct mold copy. His inside of his leg may be very difficult to see that. Come on, autofocus. If you were to focus, they would see it. Well, you probably can't. It's too bad because it says right there. Come on, focus. Maybe if I put it back a little bit. There we go. There we go. 1990. So this is a direct remold of the original Iron Grenadier figure. And this guy came with a mountain of accessories in comparison to figures that were maybe of the time. First is the battle stand, figure stand, and whatever you want to say, with, let's see, 1988 logo on there, I think. Yep, 1988 Hasbro. So they just kind of kept reusing molds. It's okay. He comes with this really cool mask that you put on him there. Oh, come on. And there we go. Now, on the original figure, that eye there was painted red, and I'm assuming that was for when you're underwater and doing diving expeditions and stuff for night vision. I'm only guessing. He comes with two flippers. And this is kind of hard without my assistant. They do actually fit on there nicely once they're on. It just... Well, maybe I was lying. This one's not wanting to stand. Normally, once... Yeah, this one's not... Okay. Well, I got them on, sort of. Comes with two accessories like that. I really don't think... There must be like a left and a right. And I must have two lefts there. He comes with a... On Yojo, I had to look this up because I didn't know what they'd call this. They're calling it a harpoon. I think it looks like a trident. It's got the 3 prongs there with all the others prongs and stuff. So he could be Poseidon, ruler of the sea, so on and so on. He comes with this really cool sled. And I can't remember. I am really blanking if they ever use these on the show or not. I can't remember. And on the bottom, if you can see that, if I get my big fat finger out of the way. No, try it this way. That's better. There's a peg, and on this peg, you peg the missile. And the missile's got a real small, if you can see it. Come on. Turn it the right way, that would help. There we go, a small dumbbell. See? So when he is under the ocean, diving, he can come back to his little personal craft, and he's got a weapon on there. And it comes with this tube that goes into his chest. So now if Venom Lily were here, she'd have this figured out already, but well, what it would do, it goes into here like this onto the thing, and then for some reason it plugs into his chest. Now that's, I'm only guessing, is if he is riding around and he is about to deep sea dive. That you can kind of use that as a thing for his breathing. You know, he goes under the water and dives. Or it could be put to his Now be careful when you do this, because it does plug into the mask. That's what makes me think that it is possible that when he's just got this into the water and he's about to dive under, he could use that as his, breathing thing, that you can simulate him breathing underwater, and his craft is giving him air. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one, and I am sure I'm not the originator of this idea, because I'm sure that this is an idea that people have had for a long time, but I suppose you're wondering, possibly, well, where are you supposed to put this guy? If this guy is his weapon, and he is holding onto the skid as he's going across the ocean at 5-10 miles an hour, depends on what he's supposed to be doing. And it depends on what you think that this thing is. If you think it's a missile, well then, you know, it fires. If you think that his legs need to be going up like so, and that's the propulsion, either way, his hands are tied. So what are you going to do with this guy? Well, I learned long ago that if you put it there and put it in the kind of where his back, because his back has a natural curve in it, if you put that in there and put it like that and put it like this and this, now if I can show you without my big fat fingers in the way, you could have him going around on the water like that and still have his weapon with him. And if you didn't see it before, I'll take this off and this tube. His back has a bit of a curve in it. Now, I don't know if that's anything official, but you can very easily fit it right in that groove. And it actually doesn't look well, maybe that does. But you've got storage for his weapon. So I think that's really cool. I know there are a bunch of collectors out there that think that anything beyond the vintage run isn't any good. But I mean, other than maybe some repaints and some stuff, the figures are just as nice. The figures are, most of these are exact mold replicas and have been given repaints. Now I'm going to quick read the file card here. Zoom out. Okay. Codename Undertow. Cobra Frogmen. Any frogman can operate efficiently in clean water under optimum conditions. But the Undertow are especially trained to function and fight in the murky, polluted waters that clog business, industries, and military waterfronts. Their wetsuits are made of a non-toxic, anti-corrosive material. Their face masks are coated with a silicone to repel oil slicks and are organically conditioned against hostile biological agents and infections. Which is kind of a weird thing to say, because you would think that cobras the ones who are polluting and corrosive materials and all that kind of stuff and trying to use biological weapons and chemical weapons and stuff like that. Not G.I. Joe. Undertow will swim through anything. These guys make leeches look friendly. It's almost impossible to defeat him in his own environment. If we have him if we have to take him on in his own backyard, we first have to get tetanus booster shots before we move out for action. The best defense against these slime swimmer is to keep a safe distance and throw grenades from behind a well-fortified enclosure. That last sentence really is kind of weird. If you're in the water, I suppose you can have an underwater thing or have something, but most times you're not going to have an enclosure to be able to open and throw a grenade out, because if you open something underwater, well, then the water will come in, or if you're low enough, the pressure will crush you. So that seems kind of weird. This is a very unusual file card. Until now, I didn't actually read it before. I should have maybe read it first. But yeah, it just is basically saying that this guy can fight through anything. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to be doing my best to do some of these videos by myself. Venom Lily is, well, you know, she's 10 years old. And sometimes kids just want to do stuff and sometimes they don't. And it's hit a time where they don't, where she doesn't. So I'll be doing this for a while alone. And maybe not. We'll see. I might kind of hang her up. But maybe not. Things are going good. Otherwise, I just hit 26 subscribers tonight. And that's really awesome. It's really cool to have subscribers. I didn't expect to have any. We started this just for fun, and it has grown. I know 26 subscribers to most people is a joke. To most people, 26 subscribers happen in 1 hour. You know, a lot of these famous people get 20 subscribers in a day. Well, I don't. So I really appreciate those who do subscribe. I know I have done this before. I want to thank Ed Hellman. He is great. He has been great to us. Great to Lily. That's more important to me than anything. He's been so cool to her. I want to thank Duke 45 Toys. He has a YouTube channel. He does modern figures. Well, actually, lately he's been doing vintage figures, but for a while he was doing modern figures. Go watch Joe Motion's 82. I hope I said that right. I might have got the Joe Motion Videos 82, or, well, I apologize if I get that wrong. He's got a great channel. He's near 200. I think he had 250 the last I saw. Watch him. He's great. He's a friend of Duke 45. So both those guys are really cool, really fun to watch. Those guys love G.I. Joe. They love doing what they do. Ed Hellman loves making customs. He loves doing that kind of stuff. He does a bunch for us. He does a great job. So I just want to, you know, there are other people to thank. The subscribers, the people who are watching, even if you don't subscribe. My daughter for doing, both of them actually, one for doing the show with me, one for doing the emblem there. So, you know, it's been really fun. I'll be doing this for a while, but if things kind of taper off, or if something, you know, something happens, I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be doing this. But I really appreciate it. It's so far it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun for me. I know I got this a little out of order because I did a bit of a screw up on my own. I, for some reason, can't seem to find them. But hopefully next week or something I can find them. So otherwise, I guess I'll just have to find something else to do. And I got lots of figures and lots of things. So no worries there. Well, thank you for watching. And we will see you next time. Bye.